Hey, what's happening? Paul Ingram here, College Center. Got my man Chris, and today I just want to have some fun and give you some disarms, or one disarm technique that you can practice against different angles of strikes, of attacks that you might receive from time to time. All right, so let's take a look at the ejection disarm, and we're going to start off with the angle 1. When we hit that angle 1, okay, we're going to hit this little forewall right here, and then I'm going to switch it over. And I want to catch immediately with my left hand, and I'm looking for the thumb. Let's get a little bit closer. So you're going to see here, let's turn it around. You're going to see how I have his thumb right here. This is most important piece of this. Let me turn this around so you can see me too. But this is the most important piece when it comes to these disarms, to these ejection disarms, is getting that thumb. So once again, Chris comes in, I'm gonna step off the line, and then right away I'm gonna switch it. Now you might have a hit right here, and then my left hand comes in and gets that thumb. I want that control. If I can control the pad of the thumb, I control the grip. As I am squeezing that thumb out, you can see how I'm kind of turning his wrist. I'm gonna use my forearm to eject the weapon out of his hand, and then I also have that follow-up strike right here. Now from there, we can also place this on the back, and we can go into locks. So just tap when you feel that lock go in, there you go. And then you're gonna see how I have the thrust just threatening him right there in the face. So I give him that, he thinks, oh, I tap, I'm good, and then boom, you just thrust it right to his head. No, just kidding, you know, be nice, because we're disarming, right? All right, so let's take a look at that again. It comes on the 1, very quickly, we're going to hit and switch. And see how my left hand's gonna grab his thumb right here. There's the strip disarm. You're gonna strip it into the opponent, into your training partner, and then you can practice all of those different follow-ups. You can use your puño. That's usually a little bit nastier in training, or you can place this on, and then you can go into your wrist locks, throws, you know, whatever you want. But the main focus is get control and practice that disarm. So one more time, boom, right there, and then you have that disarm. Now you're gonna notice how I'm disarming it mostly into Chris's body. Sometimes when we're training this, I'll see people try to do it out to the side. Don't let go. I'll see people kind of like try to go out to the side, and they're like, I can't get this to work. Yeah, you have to go back into their body right there, because that's where you have the break in the fingers right here. Let me show you this very closely. This is a common mistake that I see. So when we're here, let's get nice and close. So you're gonna see where the position is. So I see people, because they don't wanna throw the stick back into their training partner, they try to go this way, don't let go. Try to go this way. But you see how I'm trying to go through his fingers? But turn like right, yep, I'm gonna have you kind of slightly behind the camera. But now you're gonna see that when I go into back into Chris, and I'm peeling this thumb back, you're gonna see where the break of his fingers are. And that,
yeah, I can't hold on
is really where you wanna go. There's no way he's gonna be a hold on to that. Now, there's another variation of this technique that you can do. You can use your forearm to get the disarm, or sometimes when you bring this over, you'll use the actual weapon, okay, your stick right there. And if you're using a blade, it's a little bit different, because you're not gonna want your hand in the way, but when you're using the stick, it's right there. And then it's exact same formula right there. Okay, let's take a look at this same disarm from a couple different angles. You're gonna go through the exact same principles though. When you get to the isolation, you get to the pad of the thumb, the rest of the disarm is exactly the same. But let's look at some different angles, so that way we can understand how do we get to that position. Let's go back up here. So on the angle 2, this was pretty simple. He's gonna come in, and I'm gonna be beating him with timing. Here's another thing. This is why these techniques don't work with people a lot of times when they're practicing Kali, is because they're coming into these techniques behind the timing of their opponent. They're coming in as a counter. You gotta think attack. So as Chris is coming in, I'm not gonna wait for his strike to get all the way out here and then think that I'm gonna stop this thing and apply this. That is not the timing of where this stuff is gonna work. Okay, you're seeing that he's on his angle 2. Maybe he initiates, but I'm coming into this. I'm attacking that. And that's how you can get to these positions. And then you go through the process of your disarm. So again, when that angle 2 is coming, boom, I'm beating it. See, I could even hit him right here. I got a Watique right there. Pretty sweet, right? I could even go pop, hit him again, and then go into the disarm. It is advised to hit the opponent first before you go to the disarm. That's going to make it at least a little easier to control the isolation of the weapon. But sometimes we just train what we call the naked technique. We're not putting in all that stuff because we're just focusing on the disarm. But that is something I want you to focus on. Look, even when we go back to the angle 1, I'm not waiting for his 1 to be extended. Okay, when he comes in, I'm coming in. Okay, that's how we end up getting there. On the angle 2, I'm coming in. Boom, and then that's how we get it. Now for that angle 5, we're gonna have that center line thrust. I'm gonna step off that line, and now look, I can slide this in, and then I can use my weapon right there to eject his weapon. Or I can go ahead, hit him, and go back to my forearm. Okay, that's our ejection disarm on a couple different angles. Okay, you can always play around and look at many different angles. It all follows the same principle. We're looking at how do we pass, get to the outside position of our opponent, isolate, get that thumb, and then eject their weapon from any angle of attack. So there's a couple of examples: a forehand strike, a backhand strike, and a center line strike. Apply those same principles to all and any of the other angles, and have fun in your training. Make mistakes, that's where you learn. Take notes, try again, do it better. Have a good training partner like Chris that you can work with each other, okay? That's our ejection disarm. Have fun, stay safe, keep swinging, and we'll catch you back here next time.